What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today's video is going to be on a bit of a performance mod. Of course the car's not tuned or anything, so realistically whether it actually adds anything or not, who knows, but I did it more about looks, but you know, there is some theoretical potential gains with going with this. So what I'm talking about is the Denver 3D printed carbon fiber intake tube. And down in here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but he also makes an adapter plate so you can use any aftermarket 7-inch flange filter. So I'm going to put links to all these things in the description for the video. And I'm certainly not doing an install video because Cody has an excellent installation video on his website. So if you want to see that, again, the product link will be in the description so you can go watch his video. This is more about just some of the little nuances from the Charger perspective, because in his video he's installing it on a Challenger. So on a Charger, back there where the strut tower is, where the PCV valve or the hose comes off and connects to the factory breather, that hose gets taken out in this setup because he only wanted one hole drilled into the carbon fiber, and that's where your airflow sensor goes. But he does provide this little rebreather or breather, whatever the hell you want to call it, in the kit, and it attaches to the post that the hose came off of. But on the Chargers, unlike the Challengers, on the Chargers, there's actually a plastic piece covering the strut tower and this little assembly here, and that piece is sitting right up there. It is basically only attached by that little push pin, which goes in that hole. And then you can see the plastic is actually notched a little bit, and it actually wraps around the hose pieces. And the cool thing about this is with that breather on, it's actually far enough out on that fitting that that thing will actually go back on the car. I've already test fitted it and it works, so I'm going to be putting that back on after this is done. So back to this, for anybody that has a Redeye, or I'm assuming the Demon's the same way, I don't know if you've noticed, but the actual fuel filter that comes from the factory, or air filter that comes from the factory, is actually screwed in with these 3 screws. And so changing to an aftermarket filter is basically impossible unless it's something that you can screw in with those fittings or those screws there. So one of the things Cody has on his website is something he calls the devil's mask, which is basically this piece right here. And so basically you take the factory filter off, you put that piece in, you screw that in with the factory screws, and then that becomes basically an adapter for any 7-inch flange based filter. So this is actually an AFE dry filter. I hate oiled filters, don't want to worry about cleaning them, re-oiling them, all that crap. So basically this is a dry filter. Again, I'll put the link to this product on the description if you're interested in this. And then of course you have the actual carbon fiber piece, which is actually part of the kit. The kit also comes with all the clamps you need. So the 4 clamps you see there, or I'm sorry, the 2 clamps you see there, 2 clamps you see there, comes with the actual rubber adapters. So basically, like I said, he's got an excellent video on his website on how this gets installed. One of the things I will note is in his video, his install seems to go extremely easy. Actually, probably a little bit too easy for people that aren't really mechanically inclined. And I can tell you that I played hell getting the factory PCV hose off of that fitting there. It's a barbed fitting, and I ended up having to use my heat gun almost on the maximum setting, and I had to heat the thing like 3 or 4 times before it would actually come off of there. So if you plan on doing this yourself, just be prepared that you may have issues getting that thing off, and it's just going to take some patience and multiple heating cycles most likely to get that off. So far, this actually just got installed right before I did this video. I had done that about a week ago. For anybody that's wondering, for just the filter and the devil's mask itself, it did it sounded like there was probably a little bit increase in the supercharger whine. Anything below half throttle at high RPMs definitely sounded louder. But after you go above half throttle, the exhaust just gets too loud and you can't hear the supercharger. So I haven't actually started the car or driven the car with the carbon fiber tube on because the way it's designed and the airflow, it actually is supposed to make it a little bit louder. So again, I haven't had a chance to actually listen to it to see if that's true or not. So what I'm planning on doing is, if I get a chance to get some audio from this before I upload the video, I'll insert that audio at the end of the video. If not, maybe I'll do a follow-up video with some supercharger sounds after the carbon fiber. Not really sure if I have any before videos. The supercharger, if I do, I'll try to incorporate both. But anyway, not sure how that's going to work out. But anyway, this is the Denver 3D carbon fiber tube, the Devil's Mask, and then AFE dry filter. And then, of course, the breather comes as part of the kit from Denver 3D. I have been talking with Cody, and if this video or any of my posts on Facebook or anything like that generate a fair amount of interest in his product, I might be able to get some kind of discount code or anything. So after watching this video, if you have a Redeye, Charger or Challenger Redeye, or a Demon, if you have any interest in changing out the factory intake tube, but keeping the factory airbox and being able to use aftermarket filters, you know, send me a message either through YouTube or through any of the Facebook posts, and you know, I'll talk with Cody and see what I might be able to come up with for a discount code. But anyway, thanks for watching, and like I said, if I have any video or audio of the supercharger, I will insert it here at the end of the video. Quick update on the D3D carbon fiber intake tube. So when you saw the other part of the video where the install was done, I don't know if this is going to come out on video or not, but when that little breather is put on the side of the strut tower section where the hose for the PCV valve runs back to the intake, you can see the breather in there. Unfortunately, that's actually kind of like right in line with the heat extractor on the Redeye hoods, and so I'm a little concerned about, you know, water getting into that breather. So I've been working with Cody, the guy that developed the actual carbon fiber intake tube itself and puts the kits together. He's trying to come up with a solution where there might be some kind of shield that goes onto that breather to kind of shield it a little bit so water isn't potentially directly going into it. So just wanted to provide that quick update on this. Hopefully by the time I actually post this video, his solution will be available, and if so, I will put that in the links as well in the description.